Just a little bit different, and the difference is that I'm going to just pull 3 romance angels, clarify it with some tarot. I'm going to read off some written messages, some of which may be 18 plus, although not too explicit, I hope, but just so you know, there are a few sexual references in there in case they do pop out. So let's jump in and see what messages we have for you this week. We'll start off with the romance angels. So what messages do we have for Virgo, please? Messages for Virgo for this week with regards to love, please. What do we have for Virgo? Seems they don't want to tell me anything today, Virgo. Or is your romance a secret? Oh, there we go, they've all flown out at once. So we have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. That's beautiful. So could be over a situation there. Release your ex. So a bit of a similar energy. And we have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So there may be something that you need to keep a watchful eye on there. With regards to an ex perhaps, maybe red flags that surround your healing process, but we'll dig in with some tarot and let's see what the tarot have to say. So forgiving and healing. Right off the bat I'm getting, that releasing a past lover does require forgiveness, and I do feel like that helps us to learn lessons as well. I feel like some of you are willing to let go. Yet we've got death and rebirth, and we have the Page of Cups. So I do feel that after a little bit of healing, you've gone through a transformation period, and maybe this has required you to forgive certain people, maybe an ex-partner. I do feel that here with the Page of Cups, I do feel like there's been some sort of sincere offering here, so a little bit of forgiveness. where you've had to heal from certain things and overcome them, you know, and then there's this little offer of forgiveness here. That's for some of you. I'm getting also for another group of you that you've had to go through, or you will be going through some sort of transformation, and you will come out on the other side with a pretty nice, innocent message of love there. So let's see what else comes up for forgiving and learning. God, these cards are so sharp. And a little bit too big for my hands as well. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. And I do feel like with this energy, I do feel that you're not wasting any more time on the situation anymore. I do feel like you know, put down all... Sorry, that was my phone there. Put down every bit of effort you can put into this. I do feel that you've waited for it to grow and develop, or, you know, a situation you've waited on growth and development and nothing has come of it. And I do feel like now it's time to move on from this, because you're not actually seeing anything come of it anymore. And we have the devil as well. So I do feel like this was something that, you know, caused a lot of I wouldn't really say obsessions or codependency. Maybe there was some toxicity within this relationship that stopped the relationship from flourishing, perhaps. Maybe this is your energy. Maybe you had some blockages there that, you know, things that you had to deal with, perhaps. Let me get a clarifier on this devil energy. Clarify this devil energy for me, please. So yeah, I do feel like you had to see your own you had to see your own mistakes. You had to gain some form of insight with what you was doing wrong within this situation. So I do feel like maybe this is a little bit more of forgiving yourself and being a little bit more kinder to yourself within the transformation. You've possibly had to learn to be kinder to yourself, forgiving yourself for certain things that have happened in the past. I'm feeling and learning and growing from this. And then with the Page of Cups, nurturing yourself. And I do feel this has allowed you to possibly release, you know, any codependent feelings that related to your ex. So let's jump on to releasing your ex. What do we have for releasing your ex, please? Releasing your ex, please, for Virgo. So we have the Two of Swords. So I do feel like you wasn't sure of whether to let go of this situation or not with the Two of Swords here. I do feel you are very conflicting with your thoughts. These two birds here signify, for me, a lot of mental chatter that is going on, you know, and you're not really listening to your intuition here. You're just, you know, there's too much mental chatter going on for you to actually make a logical decision on releasing your ex. Let's see what else comes out. So you have the Six of Cups. So yeah, I do feel that this was probably a soulmate relationship. Somebody you've, you know, bonded with over time, which is probably why it was so difficult to let go of. So you're constantly, you know, thinking back on the past and thinking back on possibly what you did wrong and how you can possibly fix this situation, which is where the mental chatter is coming from. Because with the Lovers here, I do feel that you had to make a choice to move away from this situation, even though there was such a deep connection here. There was something within this relationship with the Devil energy that wasn't good, that was keeping you bound in I feel like something was keeping you bound within this relationship. So, you know, just because we have a soulmate, it doesn't mean that after a period of time things can't turn bad. You know, soulmates are here to teach us certain lessons, and then once that lesson has been learned, it's time to move on. And I feel like that is the situation here. But I feel that this relationship, Virgo, was held onto for too long, which caused toxicity over a period of time. It grew and grew and grew, and I do feel that you were probably aware of this, but you still hung on to the relationship, which is probably why you need to forgive yourself and learn. You know, forgive yourself in the sense of where holding on, or to try and hold on to something, or to try and salvage something, doesn't necessarily, you know, need to hold any blame. You know, this isn't a blameworthy situation. I feel like love is love. You hold on to love for certain reasons. And when it fizzles out, yes, you try and fix it, you try and fix it, and you try and fix it, because you get so comfortable in, you know, in your situation, and moving away from this is pretty scary. But, you know, I do feel that you are now gaining the clarity that you need. Let's have a look at, pay attention to the red flags. So yeah, I do feel like you need to be strong in this situation and have courage to see exactly what is going on. I do feel like you need to have some self-control here in moving away if you haven't already. You know, don't fear what's ahead. You need to be able to move forward with courage. Please give me some indication of what these. So we have the Two of Cups in reverse. So this is definitely a soulmate connection, but the love is not there anymore. The love has been lost, and that is one of the major red flags. You're still gripping onto this relationship, and I feel like you're holding onto it out of fear. And this is now showing up as codependent, because you're relying on this relationship because you're scared of whatever else is out there. And I feel like you're kind of fearing that you don't want to lose what you have, but you're holding on to something that isn't serving you any purpose. It's just causing you a lot of mental anguish and a lot of hurt all round. You know, maybe you're concerned about how the other person will feel, which is probably why you're, the Forgiving and Learning card is here as well. See if we can get any more on this. What else do we have, please? What else do we have here, please? So we have the Page of Swords. So I do feel like that you're looking out on this. You're trying to find clarity. You're trying to find the words to. I do feel like you're trying to find the words to speak out about this situation, but I feel like you're at a crossroads. You don't know where to look. You don't know where to turn. You can't find the answers anywhere. So you've just put yourself in this place where you are not moving forward. And we have the Empress here, but she's in reverse. So this is causing you to you know, the Empress in reverse is the Empress upright, sorry, is a very nurturing, loving, powerful, creative, fertile energy. And I feel like you are lacking all of these qualities by staying within this situation. So I do feel like you need to, you know, be prepared to forgive yourself here. And I feel like you need to take this as something that you can learn and grow from, not something that you need to feel so much pain about. And you know, leaving a relationship is never easy. It's never easy. At the same time, if something isn't serving you, then your happiness is the most important thing. Let's get some messages from your person to see how they actually feel. These are handwritten. So, and I've just split the deck, and there's a card upside down already, and it's funny because I've just split it in that part, and it says, "Don't pressure me." So maybe this is your person, and maybe this is why you are feeling like you can't say anything, because you don't want them to feel pressured. Or maybe this is you. What else do we have? What messages do we have for Virgo from their person, please? You have, we will get through this. I've just seen I am still tied to my partner. So, yeah, I do feel that, you know, someone feels a little bit bound to this situation here. We have, I want to kiss you. You know, just because you're not in love with somebody, it doesn't mean there isn't love within the situation, but it doesn't mean that you, you know, you're good for each other either. What else do we have for Virgo, please? What other messages do we have for Virgo? We have 222, so this situation is requiring balance, and I do feel like the two of you need to come together and possibly talk about this to create that balance. Any more messages, please? Any more messages for Virgo, please? What other messages do we have for Virgo, please? We have you trigger me. I'm afraid to open up. And we have thoughts of you keep me up at night. So let's get some healing messages now from our crystal angels. Just take a sip of coffee. What crystal message do we have for Virgo, please? Oh, these cards are so sticky. Message for Virgo, please. You have Angelite. Spiritual or religious community. Join with like-minded people for friendship and increased spiritual growth. So yeah, I do feel that this situation requires some spiritual growth. If you can get hold of a Angelite crystal, that will be great. Take note of this colour here, because you could also meditate on this colour as well. If you don't have the crystal, maybe you could find a picture of an Angelite crystal and meditate on that. So you have the visualization of the crystal. But yeah, that's what I have for you, Virgo. I hope things get better for you. I send you lots of healing. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and it gave you some insight and inspiration. I hope to see you again next week. Take care for now, Virgo. Bye.